We've got a new crower. He's trying. There's actually, I think, 4 little roosters in there that are all new crowers, and they're all trying. So in the morning, we have so much crowing in the backyard. Oh my goodness. They're eating some pineapple. I haven't let the other chickens out. I wanted these guys to get a chance to eat, because otherwise the other chickens will just eat all the things and they never get any. So I'm gonna let them eat for a few minutes. Oh, there's a cat over here. They don't really trust the cats, so they're kind of taking off. Fine, you had your chance to snack. Guess they just won't get to finish it. So we have a watermelon plant that came out of the fencing and has grown out here. We knew it was out here, but I haven't checked on it in a little bit. So we're just gonna see. So from what I read, I can't tell. I'm not sure that's turning brown yet. So supposedly it needs to be heavy for its size, have a certain sound when you thunk it, and then the nearest tendril to it should be going brown or brown, because that means that it's not going to be getting nutrients anymore and it's done. But this tendril is not brown. It's very green. So this one has a little bit to go. Good morning! We got some snacks for breakfast, you lucky chickens. We're not really eating the pineapple because it's flipped over. Gotcha, go flip over the pineapple so that it's juicy side up. It was like the best pineapple we've had, and that might be the best pineapple I've ever had. It was so... oh, it was delicious. It was just delicious. It was the best, just like perfectly sweet. It was so good. So good. Now, unfortunately, probably never going to have a pineapple that good again, and I'm always going to wish that it was that good. There you go. You can eat it now, guys. I don't know exactly how many of our silkies are roosters, but this guy here is a rooster, for sure. Hello, handsome. I still gotta name him. Nothing has come to me yet. He's kind of a really beautiful, like dark silver on top, almost black on his head, and then he lightens as he goes out. But any name ideas for him? Oh, did you catch Trixie? Thatcher has been trying to get Trixie Belle to like him. And whenever you catch Trixie Belle, she just like does this noise the whole time. You're such a chatty little thing. We were feeding her sunflower seeds out of our hands the other day, and she actually was sitting on my arm and was eating them. But every time you pick her up, she just kind of grumbles the whole time. Yes, you're a very chatty, grumpy little chicken. She's so fluffy. I love seeing this little white, like, snowball running around the yard. We just have the one white one, and she's hilarious. And I love watching her run. It's kind of disturbing, but I think Silky's running is really funny. You guys all getting some good breakfast? They haven't had their feed yet. They'll get that in just a few minutes. But I wanted them to have at this because I didn't want it sitting in the kitchen last night, so I just chucked it out here this morning. And when I looked out my window, our very pregnant cat, Idaho, was laying right in the middle of the pile of food. And I'm like, what are you doing? But she moved before I came out, so didn't catch it on camera. One of the fawn and white ducks, the girls, hurt her leg the other day, and it looked like it was getting better, but she was still kind of limping. So we actually didn't let them out at all on Sunday. We made them stay in so that she wouldn't be able to like run on it. And now I can't even tell which one of them it was. Looks like it's all better. They're all running around just fine. So that's good, because they don't really like us picking them up, and I didn't want to stress her out by picking her up and checking it, so we just kind of kept an eye on it. We didn't see blood or anything. If it hadn't looked better the next morning, we would have caught her and checked it out, but it was later in the day, kind of towards go to bed time, and she just had a bit of a limp, so I didn't want to bug her. Yeah, hey buddy. That one there standing up staring at me and grumbling as they're one of the drakes. So I've been checking on this one because it's the biggest. It's really heavy for its size. I keep thinking it should be done, but I'm doing that tendril check thing. There's my tendril. It's way over here. Okay, I don't know if I can do this on camera. But the tendril, goodness, it's right here, and it still looks green to me, but it may be starting to brown there. So all other signs are there, and I would pick it, but because the tendril is not brown, I'm kind of hesitant to do that if it's not ready yet. And I'm really hoping it'll start to go brown here soon because I don't want this to get overripe, and it is really heavy. Like, I thought store watermelons were heavy for their size, but this one's crazy. These two are doing pretty well too, getting bigger. They've definitely got a ways to go. Still can't remember what variety they are. But, oh no! Oh no, look at that. This one's a goner. That is upsetting. Is that like blossom end rot on a melon? Dang it. Unfortunately, this one's just a goner. That's really irritating. It was getting nice and big. Look at that. I don't think it's gonna break though.
Oh yeah, it will.
Did it break?
At the end of it.
Oh, you hit it right on the bad end. Yeah, that might make it break. Oh, it's even going red inside. Oh, I'm so sad. You may just have to stomp it at this point. Oh, careful!
It split. It was ripe.
It's going bad.
Step on it.
Oh, it's so pretty other than the gross part. Ooh, I want to smell it.
It smells good.
Just a minute, Ethel. Wait your turn.
Kitty, you wait your turn.
Oh, it smells like watermelon.
Yeah. I'm so sad.
Alright, guys, have at it.
They're mean. They always take our good food.
Back up so we can eat it. I don't know what Mowgli thinks he's doing. I don't think he likes watermelon. Is that good stuff, ladies? You're getting spoiled this morning. But just delicious. I'm really bummed about that watermelon, guys.
I'm so sad I'm holding two kitties at once.
So far, I think we've had one that we picked the other day and gave to the chickens because it was not ripe. But it had fallen off. It had fallen off a while ago because the stem of it had gone brown and the spot that it had fallen off. So that was a goner. And then I accidentally knocked off a little bitty one about that big yesterday while I was moving the sprinkler in the garden. And now this one. And we still haven't had any to eat, but we've had 3 come out of there and go to the chickens. So yesterday, because of the storm, we lost power for almost 2 hours, and it was getting dark, and so we had some candles going, and I read Little House to the kids. We've been reading it as our chapter book. I think we're in Little House on the Prairie, which is book 2. Anyway, so I realized I didn't have enough candles in the house that were not stinky, so I had this one. It was about that tall, I think, when we started. And then we decided to try Crayola crayon candles, and we had mixed results. So we had one Crayola candle that did not work well at all. I don't know where it ended up, but it had like a gray paper on it, or like a dark gray paper, and it had a bit of a sheen to it, and that one would not light at all. And then the other 2 we did, they lit fine. They don't last a super long time, but they're pretty bright while they do last. But you have to break the tip off of the crayon, otherwise you sit there holding the match trying to melt that down to where you can catch the paper. It's much easier if you just pop the tip off and then light it. But I light it, well, I hold the match to it and I let it drip some wax here while it's kind of tipped. So I've got a spot to quickly stick it so it'll stay upright, and then after that we lit it. So they work. They totally work, but you need to have the regular Crayola with the regular paper covers, because the ones that are kind of like the special edition type ones sometimes have like a bit of a coating on them, and I couldn't get it to light. Just in case you're ever having to move some heavy furniture and you don't have some of those cool little slidey furniture things, cardboard and paper plates totally work, because this is extremely heavy. It's very, very sturdy. We've got it from over there, just me lifting this in and pushing all the way over here. Usually it takes me and Kurt moving it, but he's working in his office and I didn't want to bug him.
I can do it.
Ruben is 12 and he's able to move it some too. So, room redo is moving right along. Paula's over there dusting. Thatcher wants to help.
What?
He wants to give it a try. I think he just wants to try doing it. Get off.
He wants to try to
Get off. Now. You know you're not allowed on it. And then this is going to actually, this couch is going to come over here. We're just trying to make the room more functional. So right now it's a hot mess. It's usually a hot mess, but I'm hoping this will help. We're going to take that picture down too before we put the shelf back on it.
Where does it go?
Where does what go? Oh, remember where it was originally in that corner? That's where we're going to put it.
Which corner?
That corner. Never in that corner.
I can't do both.
Thatcher! Get off, now!